Hola, mi amigos. Privet moje drugi. Uh, Hello, my friends. I hope you had a good weekend. I I did. Um, for those of you who have not caught it yet, I did a little bit of an update on the chicks. I had to move the girls to a bigger area. They were getting too big for the tote. So you see the color coming in on their chest right there? Here they are in one part of the chicken coop. The blue-green coming in on their body feathers. Oh, and the chicken coop's all cleaned out. Oh, a lot of shoveling. But already just need to get the new door put in and all set. Oh, look at that green. Green. I had to move the girls to a bigger area. They were getting too. Oh, yeah, they're looking pretty. I can't wait till their full color comes out and I can show you guys what they look like grown up. Before we get too much farther, happy birthday, Renegade Chungus. And, well, let's check in on his Christmas or birthday wish. How close have we gotten? 6,819 euros. 148 donations. You guys are amazing. Let's come down, before I go any further. Copy. Paste. And pin. So, of course, we are trying to get this truck fundraised before Easter. Not too far away. 1 week. We got 1 week left to get it done. I would be in hog's heaven if we get that done by Easter. And thank you everybody who's donated so far. Yesterday, Steve Sane, Linda Hayes, Spider Fate Fella. Today, Chris Yates, Julie Walker, Maddie, Linda Hayes. Thank you all for your donations, and I know Chungus appreciates it. His birthday wish was to get donations for the stream or for the car. We are so close. 4,181 euros. Less than the total I fundraised. Well, we fundraised on the last Cars for Ukraine campaign for Christmas. It's amazing things that these cars mean for the soldiers. It increases their effectiveness on the battlefield. It saves their lives. And unfortunately, they are expendable. Oh shoot, I had this staged up and then I scrolled off of it. Not everybody has heard, but there's a small update with Viper's vehicle. Where's the update? Okay, I'm in the right channel now, so gotta find the right video now. I swear I had this set up, but then I forgot and I scrolled. I'm a bad boy. Here we go. I'm just going to drag Discord over. Viper, Rick doing an interview with him. This was March 26th.
Hi rollers, this is part 3 of the... That's what soldiers tell me. No. Can you please also show the awesome patch you have there?
Oh, that's our
of your brigade. Come closer.
42 brigade, yeah.
Yeah, 42nd Brigade patch. Look at this, guys. Pretty awesome one.
Guys, please do not ask me to send you because we don't get. We only get one. That's it.
So there he is getting his Toyota Helix. And unfortunately, let me grab the other end of this. This is that truck now. This happened a couple days ago. So literally the truck lasted 2 weeks. Only minor injuries. Everybody made it out. But, you see the NAFO sticker here on the front. Kind of, sort of. 2 weeks they had a truck. There's a fundraiser to try and get that replaced. I can't do 2 fundraisers at once. I don't have the mental capacity to do that. But as soon as we are done here, that's the next fundraiser I'm going to be working with. Hey, BB, you're up early. Or you still up late? I'm just thankful everybody is safe from that, and well, we'll deal with that more when this fundraiser's done. So another reason to hurry up and get this one worked on and completed. Only 180 euros away from the next. My stomach just growled. I don't know if the mic picked that up, but yeah, the next food challenge. So 180 euros to go. We'll come back and check on this later, see how we're doing. And be sure to tell Chungus happy birthday. And on that note, let's go to the air alert map. It is very, very red. 11 minutes ago, explosion reported in Zaporizhia. Saying my prayers. Hope everybody stays safe. We're going to head over to the deep state map here and get into operational information. Well, let me go back and cover yesterday's briefly, really quick. 1144th day started yesterday. 149 combat clashes, 101 airstrikes, dropping 183 guided bombs, 6,400 artillery strikes, with 215 of those from MLRSs, 2,789 kamikaze drones. Looking at Kursk, 21 attacks in Kursk, 55 airstrikes, dropping 90 bombs, 156 artillery attacks, and 29 of those were from MLRSs. Coming back to today, operational information as of 8 a.m., 13th of April, regarding the Russian invasion. As always, we start with Glory to Ukraine. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say hi to everybody. So Adam Rounds, Nura, Steve, M35, Mitch Ashdown, hello and welcome. Not Sherlock, Linda H, Katie, good to see you. Mexi Girl, Derpat, Pyro Kurt, Mick Riley, Neil, Slow Weevil's here. Oh, got a full house tonight to welcome Blonde and Anna B. Oh, I didn't see that. I'll have to, well, I'll have to send them a little toy ball and chain. The 1,145th day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. In total, 120 combat clashes were recorded yesterday. It's nice to see that drop. Unfortunately, it's because, well, other stuff happened today. I'm sure you've all heard, but we'll be covering that later in the stream. Russians carried out 135 airstrikes on the positions of Ukrainian units and settlements, dropping 249 guided bombs. Huge jump up in the number of airstrikes and bombs used. In addition, Russia carried out over 6,600 artillery strikes. 157 of those strikes were from MLRSs. Russia also used 2,700 9 kamikaze drones for destruction. Airstrikes were carried out on the settlements of Veliki Prikil, Petrushivka, Prokody, Miropilsky, Krasnopilya, Novodornivka, Urody, Svarkova, Malorubitsa, Osoyoyivka, and Sumy. Zoloshiv and Slatny in Kharkiv. I almost said Mirolubivka, but that's not right. That's Mykolavivka, Grodivka, Novopavlivka, Voskreshenka, Romanivka, Zora, Alexandro Kalanova, Rozlive, Mirny, Kumar in Donetsk, Guliopol in Zaporizhia. It's a lot of cities, a lot of bombs, and a lot of cities, unfortunately. Over the past day, aviation, missile troops, and artillery units of the Defense Forces of Ukraine have struck 7 areas of concentration of personnel and equipment, 6 artillery pieces, 2 command posts, and 3 air defense systems of the Russian invaders. In the Kharkiv direction, the enemy's activities were stopped twice in the directions of Rydny and it's been a while since I pronounced this and I forgot how to do it. Kiev? I'm not sure, but let me zoom in. That settlement here to Key, and the other one I'm not sure where it is. I'd have to let me just look really quick at the main areas. Okay, did not see it there. Kremenka, Razny Perchi. Okay, let's cheat. And go to Google Maps. And so Udi, up by the Russian border. Udi. And somewhere around here. Here's the new name. Pyrovsky, the new Ukrainian name, and the old Russian name. I'm not sure which one's which, to be honest. So, trying to open up a new front over in this area. Heading over to the Kupiansk direction. 2 attacks by the invaders took place over the past day. Defense forces repelled enemy assault actions in the area of Zarazova, coming to the south, Zarazova, and Novokruglivka. Heading to the south to the Liman direction, the enemy attacked 18 times. He tried to advance near the settlement of Nadia, which was recently liberated by 3rd Assault. They're testing my tongue's ability to twist. And my ability to know where that town is. I don't see where that town is on the map. Tvir do Kilibova. Let's cheat and do that one again. Okay, it's just showing places in Russia. Let's see where that, if that's close to the border. I mean, it's somewhat close to the border, but obviously not the right place. So let's skip that one for now. Move on to Novo-Mikhailivka, Katerinivka, Nove, Olehivka, Gurivkivka, sorry, Zeleny Dolna, Zorichny and Torsk are the last two listed, right here next to each other south of Yampolivka. Heading over to Service direction. Ukrainian soldiers repelled 3 enemy attacks in the past day. The occupier tried to advance near Girogorivka and in the area of Bilogorivka. Heading to the west to the Kramatorsk direction, 11 clashes took place yesterday. In the area of Chasiv Yar, Pretechny, and Andrivka. Heading to the south of Chasiv Yar to Toretsk, where the enemy carried out 16 attacks in the areas of Dachny. Zoom in here a little bit. Dachny, Divlivka, Sachirabenivka, and Toretsk itself. In the Pokrovsk direction, our defenders stopped 31 assaults of the aggressor Kalinova, Elizavetivka. Oh, and they're jumping all over again. Upensivka way over here. Let me just zoom out so we can try and do this without bouncing around too much. Okay, I think that should be good. Upensivka, Lasivka is here. Or sorry, right there. Koltine, Novoserhivka. And I lost my Troitsky, which is in here. Koltanyarka, right here. Preobrazhenka. Vodeny Drush, which is right here. Next to the green dot there. Vodeny Drush. Novo Ukrainka. This small settlement right here, north of Zeleny. Andrivka, down here by Constantinople. And Sibrini, right there. In the Novopavlivka direction, the defense forces repelled 5 enemy attacks. near Constantinople and in the area of Shevchenko. The enemy did not conduct offensive operations in Guliopol. That is awesome news. And we come to Orhiv. Orhiv is kind of a special case today. Our soldiers repelled only one enemy attack in the direction of Mali Serbachki. But I want to keep this area on the map for a minute. And we're going to peek in on the channel really quick. And yeah, you're getting an early preview, but here. The Russians are transferring their reserves to the Zaporizhia direction. Spokesman for the Southern Defense Forces said, according to him, the situation is most tense in the areas of Stepovoy, Maloserbachki, and Lubkova. Since we got the Google Maps up, Maloserbachki, Stepova, Lubkova, this is going to be the main area of contention, believed to be the main area of contention for Russia's spring offensive that everybody's talking about. Check my DM. Okay, so okay, not stuff I can read on screen. Yeah, I get that, BB. I hope you have a good night or good morning. 5:30 in the morning for BB in Lviv, dropping off that truck to, well, I got the picture here. Getting this truck to Cars for Ukraine in Lviv. This truck will be going to a unit shortly. It'll be nice to see this one all decked up in green. So, get some rest, BB. Have a good night. And, make sure to pay attention to those air alerts. Oh. Ever since I mentioned the food challenge, my stomach's been yelling at me. So yeah, I kind of wanted to touch base with you guys on that one. You can already see a few more units of Russia's being allocated on the map. Ukraine's expecting a push towards Zaporizhia soon. Much like they pushed towards Pokrovsk last year. Ukraine is expecting this year's push to be towards Zaporizhia city. Yeah, those evil computers can be a pain there, KKGG. On another note, Russia has been working on a railroad track running from Rostov to Mariupol. It's just about up and operational to Mariupol. Unfortunately, that is not good for supply lines in this. Well, it's good for Russian supply lines, but not good news for Ukrainians. Yeah, well, it seems like a lot of disappointing news today, unfortunately. I hate bringing you guys disappointing news. I wish there was some. Well, there is some good news, and I do have that for you later. My Discord, okay, well, it's not really set up yet. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Discord. I'm still working on it. How do I do an invite link to my server? Humana. Invite people. Copy. So, you guys ready? Please don't spam it. I will kick people off Discord if I need to. That's not what it's supposed to do. I hit the copy button on Discord, and that's what it pastes when I try to get the link. No. Go to crew quarters, invite people. Try that again, just to... Yeah. And it copies hidden. Use copy button. I did. This is why I hate Discord. Nah. Okay, apparently I can't invite people yet. I tried. But no, I just wanted to show you that it's, hidden. Use the copy button. Hit copy, paste it, and it says hidden. Use copy button. Technology. Yay. In the Dnieper direction, the enemy made 4 futile attempts to advance towards the positions of our defenders. Here by Ivanivka and Oleshki. Yeah, I'm gonna send like invites to people that can maybe help me with freaking Discord because it's annoying It shouldn't be that hard to do invites. In the operational zone in Kursk, coming up to the north, 23 combat clashes of varying intensity took place over the past day. In addition, the enemy carried out 71 airstrikes using 133 guided bombs. They have 133 in this area alone, and then another 249 on the rest of Ukraine. Not to mention the missiles and everything else from today. Russia also carried out 542 artillery attacks on the positions of our troops and settlements, including 15 from MLRSs. Volyn, Polizia directions, no signs of the formation of enemy offensive groups have been detected. Our soldiers continue to inflict significant losses in manpower and equipment on the occupation forces and are actively undermining the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. They go into the losses. Again, worth noting, just on here, a unit of special equipment. But then it says one heavy flamethrower system of the invaders. Correct me if I'm wrong, but after World War II, weren't flamethrowers disallowed from warfare because it was too cruel? Or something like that? I know the U.S. isn't allowed to use them anymore. Yeah, it's just, that's the second time that has come up that I've seen. Let me go grab the let me grab the one from yesterday first. Total combat losses of the Russian Federation yesterday, the 12th of April. Russia lost 1,240 personnel yesterday, 11 tanks, 7 APVs, 49 artillery systems, 2 multiple launch rocket systems, 79 UAVs, 128 vehicles. And go to today's. Another 1,220 personnel, 12 more tanks, 33 armored personnel vehicles, 71 artillery system, 1 anti-aircraft system, 147 UAVs, 143 vehicles, and it just says 1 special equipment. So that's a key. They're not keeping track of the heavy flamethrower units. Let me clear those out. Put the air raid map up over here. Strike reported in Kharkiv. 9 minutes ago. just Sumy, Poltava, and Kharkiv under air alert at the moment. Check in on the fundraiser. Somehow we got 15 more cents with no more new donations. So I'm guessing the processing fees and stuff are getting calculated correctly. With that, we head on to Zelensky's speech. And you want to see a tired man besides me?
Дорогі українці, українки, Суми, станом на
Oh, no, I want this to go back. This full screen. And now I can play it. Oh no, that Mitch, just wait.
Дорогі українці, українки, Суми, станом на цей час відомо про 34 убитих людини. Мої співчуття усім рідним та близьким. Це були 2 російські балістичні ракети. Перша влучила в будівлю, одна з будівель університету. Друга розірвалась фактично над вулицею. 117 людей були поранені, в тому числі діти, і, зокрема, дівчинка 25-го року народження. Лікарі, всі медичні працівники роблять максимум, щоб допомогти, щоб якнайбільше врятувати. Я вдячний всім службам, які за лічені хвилини були на місці, які почали рятувальні роботи. Удар прийшовся просто по центру міста у вербну неділю. Тільки абсолютно відбита сволота може робити таке. Сьогодні багато лідерів держав, дипломатів, багато звичайних людей з великим серцем висловили свої співчуття Україні, українцям. Засудили російський удар. Вже є заяви лідерів і голів урядів Франції, Британії, Німеччини, Данії, Фінляндії, Польщі, очільників Євросоюзу, держави Балтії, Литва, Латвія, Естонія. Я вдячний прем'єр-міністру Хорватії та Болгарії, президенції Молдови, прем'єр-міністру Нідерландів, президенту Словаччини, прем'єр-міністру Швеції. Я впевнений, буде підтримка інших багатьох лідерів. Я хотів би подякувати кожному і кожній, хто пам'ятає, що війни закінчуються, коли про злочини війни не забувають. І коли на агресора тиснуть достатньо, саме цього зараз немає. Цієї п'ятниці був рівно місяць, як Росія відкинула американську пропозицію повного і безумовного припинення вогню. Вони не бояться, і саме тому балістика. Саме тому щоночі під сотню ударних дронів, більшість з яких шахеди. І саме проти звичайних українських міст. Продовжуються і російські штурми на фронті, вони не перестають атакувати та не перестають поширювати ненависть в своїй державній пропаганді. Тільки тиском, тільки рішучими діями це можна змінити. Кожна російська балістика, кожна крилата ракета, всі російські шахеди, всі керовані бомби б'ють не тільки по наших людях, по наших громадах, але й по дипломатії, по політиці кожного, хто дійсно намагається все це завершити. Ми будемо робити все і надалі, щоб захистити людей і життя. Я дякую всім країнам і лідерам, які допомагають нам. І дуже важливі цього тижня були рішення щодо нових пакетів підтримки України після Рамштайну і на двосторонній основі. Україна обов'язково вистоїть, ми обов'язково дамо для нашої держави, для наших людей надійні гарантії безпеки. І обов'язково пам'ятаємо, лише разом ми достатньо сильні, щоб досягти своїх цілей. Я дякую всім, хто сьогодні з Сумами. Дякую всім, хто підтримує одне одного, хто робить все для захисту та зміцнення України, українців. Слава Україні!
Героям слава. And yes, I am going to back it up because, well, you guys might get tired of hearing it. I don't get tired of saying it. Here, with everything that's going on, you make sure to say thank you to everyone who stands with Sumi today.
Дякую всім,
Thank everyone who supports one another and who doesn't,
хто підтримує одне одного, хто робить все,
and who does everything to defend and strengthen Ukraine and Ukrainians. That's you guys. Yeah, that's me. But you guys are doing the lion's share. I'm just the monkey in front of the camera going, hey, here's where you need to send the money. Speaking of, hey, here's where you send the money. You know, I wish bananas could be a challenge, and I'll sit here with a banana. Ooh, 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 ooh. Please donate. You know, Kivri last week. Depending on whether you consider the week starting with Monday or Sunday. Sumi this week, days apart. They're not attacking military people. They're not attacking military targets. They're attacking civilians. Every dollar helps end this war sooner. And it's ever so more so important now than ever before to show your support and get. I know it seems really, really weird. We're fundraising for a truck for a unit. But I showed you what happens to trucks. Dang it. Where'd it go? I lost the trucks already. No. So yeah, this is 2 weeks the truck was on the front line. A drone came in and disabled it, and our artillery finished it off. Thankfully, nobody was hurt when the vehicle was disabled. The soldiers got away from the truck. But unfortunately, yeah, these trucks are expendable. The lives they save are not. So if you have 5, 10, 20, whatever euro, whatever you can send, I'd appreciate it. Please keep up the good work. And I know Rick just finished his stream not too long ago. I'm been dreading clicking on the view campaign. 93,379 euros, or approaching the halfway mark for the total fundraiser. Ukraine Matters still in number one with 1901 or 19001. Succumimus 13,914. The Shills 11,047. Mercado Media 11,006. Might as well say 007. 0.09 euro away from being 007. Oh, we're still in fifth. Yes, Chungus, we are still fifth. Renegade Chungus and myself, 6,819 euros. Barely keeping the lead in front of Rick the Ukrainian, 6,175. We're still in fifth. We've made it to, just got to get through today. And we made it to the week of Easter in the top 5. Silicone Curtain coming up on 7th. ATP Geopolitics, Baba Yaga Fella, Tanya Fiona, PS01, Phil Ipner with On the Edge, Rudy Acosta Jr. with Rudy Reacts, The Soy Pill, War Translated, Laser Pig, and Eric. Well, 18 of us all in total working together to get these 20 trucks for Ukrainian soldiers. Yeah, Adam, that part's pretty sickening when, Zelensky has to go in and on international television and shame American politics to even say a Russian missile caused that. Unfortunately, that is the state of politics in America. There is no honor in politics anymore in the U.S. There is no keeping of words or promises or anything. We have, I'm going to break my rule about not talking about politics, but we have a president that tweets out, "Now's a good time to buy." 2 hours later, puts pauses on tariffs so the stock market jumps back up. And then the following day, invites his buddies into the White House and brags about how much money they made in the White House. Let's see if I could find where I posted that.
This is Charles Schwab. It's not just a company, it's actually an individual. And he made $2.5 billion today, and he made $900 million. Because, he's in financials. I've always been following. This is Charles Schwab. It's not just a company, it's actually an individual. And he made $2.5 billion today, and he made $900 million.
Yeah, here's my buddies. They made $2.5 billion today and $900 million. It's literally the definition of insider trading. They're making $2.5 billion in a single day because of their insider fucking trading. And we sit there and do anything and everything we can to get one more donation of $30. Thank you for that. 6,850. We've been going for a month now trying to raise 11,000, and because their buddy in the White House is manipulating the market, make $2.5 billion in a fucking day. Where's Charles Schwab? Have him fucking donate to this. Finish off this truck. There's a challenge for you, Charles Schwab. Come, click on this link for the Cars for Ukraine fundraiser and finish off this truck. I'll never say another thing about Charles Schwab. How's that for a deal? I'll never say another negative thing about Charles Schwab. Just come here and finish off this fundraiser. This is, you sneeze and you lose that kind of money. So come and do it, please. Before I get too far, let me go down, see who donated. And Mitch Ashdown, 50 Canadian. Thank you so much. Charles Schwab is the founder of Charles Schwab Investment Bank. Basically, if you have a 401k or any investment fund in the United States, some of your money goes to him. Yeah. You made $2.5 billion in one day, Charles. Come and do some good. What was it, 0.001%? Put 2,500 on there and put your name. Was it? Yeah, 2,500. Charles Schwab. There you go, 2,500. Put Charles Schwab on the side of a truck so everybody knows that you are a real human being instead of a money grubbing. Okay. Grumble, 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 bitch, whine, moan, complain. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are seeing this and going, oh. We'll get to that. In the meantime, KKGG, even if he doesn't manage your specific fund, a lot of other funds invest in funds that are managed by them. Because what a lot of the funds do is they sit there and, oh, we'll put 10% of it in so-and-so's fund, 20% in this fund, blah, 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 blah. And rather than actually having to do investments themselves, they just piggyback other funds by investing your money into even, other funds. Subcontractor work, basically. Pictures from Sumi, we'll get into those. I got them all grouped together in my channel. Even penguins support Ukraine, even though Trump tariffs them. Oh, this is kind of after the fact, so remind me to jump down to this story when we get to Sumi. And, well, here's all the Sumi stuff. And there's the start of today, but we have to go back further. And further to go to the start of yesterday, which should be here shortly. There we go. Mm, 88 drones were launched by Russia yesterday overnight. 56 were shot down. 24 lost in location. 8 UAVs reached their targets. Kharkiv, Kyiv, Odessa, Dnipro, and Donetsk Oblast were affected by the Russian attack. Rupak, 46 FPV drones made many good narrow passes and burned their equipment. Here is the video from 46th Brigade. If that's the case, KGGG, that's a rare occurrence.
Коли вже ти впадеш, я проліз лісами, мої пальці ріки, темними ночами, клянусь любити віки, кличу за одною, що світить далеченько, я стою горою. Come on.
No, I wasn't paying attention to the song until you said that, Mitch. And the only word I heard was Malenka, young, or youth. I think youth. Since the beginning of the year, enemy losses in personnel have exceeded 140,000. So 150,000 in 3.5 months. How many were we at? I forgot. So 931. So another 3.5 months, and we'll be right about 1 million. So 4 months. April, May, June, July. Hey, I might be in Ukraine for the 1 million mark. Kind of a morbid milestone, but I'll do a shot of vodka for the 1 million mark in Ukraine. Я треба cute. Well, I just picked the absolute worst timing to go grab a drink, didn't I? Yeah, posted a few minutes ago. I hate these videos because there's so many watermarks. You can't see what's freaking actually going on. Oh, I've seen the video for that already. Okay. 423rd Brigade turned the Russian Batman into a comic book. As it turned out, the illusion of heroism burst like a bubble. The 30-second race became his tragic comedy. Let's check this out.
ЗСУ, файно луплять москаля. ЗСУ, їх женуть через поля. ЗСУ, захищає свій кордон, є наше військо, перемогло кремлівське.
I like it. I like the song.
Нам Шевченко заповів не любити москалів, щоб кохались українці між собою. Згинуть вороги, нехай ми бороним рідний край, їм ніколи не забрати нашу волю. Файно луплять москаля, їх женуть через поля, захищають свій кордон, б'є наш.
Yeah, just in case you're ever in that position, don't try to outrun the drone. It's gonna win. Oh, you haven't seen that, Anton?
ЗСУ, файно луплять москаля, ЗСУ, їх женуть через поля, ЗСУ, захищає свій кордон, б'є наше військо.
Oh, wait. Yeah, this... Oh, I wish I could find that video right away. But these are the Russians' anti-thermal imager clothing. It essentially boils down to a giant muumuu in which you put a raincoat over it. So you see the muumuu flying behind his legs there, and then the raincoat on top of it. Yeah, that is how Russia is convincing people that, oh, the thermal cameras won't see you, but he got spotted. You know, black hot thermal image right here. There you go. Operators of the 2nd Brigade, 2nd Battalion of the 5th Brigade hunt down enemy UAVs with a drone and a rifle. Sounds interesting. Okay, M35, once this video is over, I'll show you how to do it. Oh, they've already tried that, Anton. About 2 weeks ago, there was a video of a Russian sitting there with a cross trying to bless his car so the FPV drone doesn't hit his car. Oh no, I got a much simpler solution for you, M35. Well, let's use this one. Epison. Go. Yeah. Come on. Basecamp CP thermal blanket. 210 by 160 centimeters. Just over $3 a piece. 4 of them individually wrapped. Um, well, yeah, you'll get thermal paste and sometimes like that with the English searches, but now you want to send some thermal blankets to Ukraine, epicenter, store in Ukraine. You can deliver it to an address, or you can have them be available for pickup all over Ukraine. Well, I mean, I don't know what they cost in the U.S. So the cheap ones are $4.10. So it's even cheaper just to buy them. $2, $4 at Walmart. $20. Yeah, $3.90, $4. So it's actually even cheaper to buy it at Epicenter. Oh yeah, Epicenter has a ton of stuff. Even, thermal socks. So if you have a unit that needs socks, just tell them to send you the link, the Epicenter link for the socks they want, or search for them yourself. Um, oh, you need a generator for a unit. Okay, not coming up with generators. Okay. But you can go by the catalog. Oh, even sell weapon optics, boots, tactical medicine kits, backpacks, gloves, glasses, headphones, helmets. So anything a unit needs, you can pretty much find at Epicenter. You order it, you set it for a pickup, you give a pickup code, send the unit the pickup code. There you go. Aid to the units right away. I had a unit that was still using the green or the camo helmet covers. Needed the white ones for winter. $10, a little over, $10 a piece. Black covers. So I mean, just about anything that is needed that needs to be shipped there, you can buy from Epicenter. And it's not like top of the line quality stuff. Tech, they're not the greatest, but they're decent. But they'd have to go, need the plate or replacement plate. Again, I think that's only level 2. Yeah, made in Ukraine even. Yeah, class 4. There you go. About $65 a piece. Yeah, if you have a unit asking for equipment and you don't want to send them cash, tell them to send you the link on Epicenter. And there you go. We need plate we need the Molly plate carrier. Needed in Dnipro, needed in Zaporizhia, needed in Kharkiv. There you go. This is probably one of the easiest and best ways to get support to the units. And if you use Apple Pay or Google Pay, there's pretty much no problem using a Swift card at Epicenter. So, just some food for thought. Yeah, dealing with U.S. customs is just a pain in the... And 9 times out of 10, the stuff that's in Ukraine is the same quality for less already. So repelling an enemy assault on Loaves, Nevas, and UAZs. Where are you? There we go. Gotta find the right buttons to push. Yeah, that's a good question, Nero. Oh, okay. Actual thermal cover concealment blankets, not thermal blankets. I got you now. Night, not Sherlock. you see how many hits that house had to take before collapsing? That's Ukrainian construction right there. Mavic operators of the Groza Special Forces Group of the 12th Azov Special Forces Brigade are destroying the invaders' plans along with their lives. Why I want a brick house. Not like American homes that are, paper and twigs.
Де сонця жар пірнає в обрій, туман над полем золотим. Там люди вольні й хоробрі, де Бог тризуба в землю вколотив. Це мій край, це мій степ, де полісся густе. Від карпатських смарічок і до херсонських пустель. Від донбаських териконів, там де небо пастель. Аж до Таврії мій шлях не заросте, світ гуде, то пусте. Поки стоять мої міста, ми є сучасний епос, наші справи рознесуть в уста. Зламають пазурі усі царі, бо ця земля народжує красу і справжніх лицарів. Тут мій дім, тут мій рід, тут мій гай, тут мій дуб. Де Софія мати, де знаменний двозуб. Де лине щира пісня, де живе свободи дух. Нас не стерти і не змити, оживає батько луг. Моя мова, мій кордон, не схилимось під ордами. Вже час ставати зрілими, вже час ставати гордими. Це щедрика акорди, це поезія, текстиль. Це український вишуканий стиль. Мій код у цих орнаментах, сила в цьому периметрі. На древньому фундаменті, тут в кожному сантиметрі живе прадавня міць. Крокую як королевич, я відроджую свята, твою віковічну велич. Це час переосмислення, це час для рефлексії. Я піднімаю в небо ще одну зорю. Нехай мовчать усі Америки й Росії. Коли я з тобою мила говорю, ми піднімемось з вогню. Україна буде брендом, заграє мій Азов. Оживе чарівна тендра, доля часом нас веде. Через іспити і нетрі, хтось із нас колись поверне прапор на гору Айпетрі. За біди, що відчули ми, кати не будуть прощені. Ці діти на легендах і героях будуть зрощені. Хай музика лунає, це частина мого спадку. Та мир буде лиш там, де народ тренує вкладку. Там, де Дніпро смарагдовий, долини оксамитові, де Чорне море хвилями вмиває небокрай. Крізь простір і віки, я хочу донести тобі, у тебе під ногами неосяжний власний рай. Ти люби і плекай, бережи, борони, ще рани заживуть і ще розквітнуть лани. І де б не заблукав, і як тебе не топила доля. В своїй хаті своя правда, своя сила, своя воля.
Oh. Oops, there goes another oil tree plant. Why can't Russians hold the goddamn phone straight? Must be a Ukrainian partisan filming this one. According to official data, a fuel oil unexpectedly caught fire in Saratov. Details about the incident are not available. Drone operators of the 429th Achilles Brigade, together with their colleagues from the 77th, stopped the enemy assault in the Kupiansk direction, destroying 2 tanks and hitting 2 infantry fighting vehicles.
429-й окремий полк безпілотних систем «Ахілес» продовжує боронити землі Харківщини від навали російських окупантів. На цей раз у зв'язці разом з 77-ю окремою аеромобільною бригадою був відбитий черговий механізований штурм. Все розпочиналося з навали декількох танків, які, незважаючи на наявність мангалів, просто будинків на гробах, намагалися дістатися до наших позицій, але FPV-дрони не дали їм жодного шансу. Перше, друге, третє влучання, навіть не зважаючи на таку велику кількість броні та захисту, не допомогли цьому танчику, який благополучно розірвався і вже нікуди не зможе поїхати у своїх наступних штурмах. Але не один єдиний танк чекала ця сама доля. Бачимо на цей раз також дуже захищену броню, яка активно підбиралася до наших позицій, проте воїнам полку «Ахілес» це ніяким чином не завадило цю бляшанку зупинити. Перший, другий точний постріл FPV-дрона, і вже танчику, власне кажучи, немає, але не одними танками єдиними. Бачимо на цей раз також БМП спробувала прорватися, проте вони, мабуть, не врахували долю своїх дивних друзів на танках, які вже відправилися на концерт Кобзона. Ну і тут така сама історія. Перша БМП відлітає, і друга також має цю саму долю. Без варіантів від нашого полку. 2 танки знищено, 2 БМП знищено. Якщо ви хочете так само нищити окупантів разом з нами, приєднуйтеся до полку «Ахілес» та захистимо наше небо та землю.
There's that off-kilter enough that it makes it look interesting. I'm keeping it like that for now. Oh. I did the head tilt thing and it hurt my neck. Operators of the 28th Motorized Rifle Brigade, together with adjacent units, also destroyed a column of armored personnel carriers that was going to storm, already in the Tourette's direction. You know, if you told me a couple years ago Russian tanks would be sporting hula skirts, all I'm going to say is at least Russia's keeping the war accessible for the handicapped.
В общем, собирают нас Вот мы находимся в этом помещении. Собираем. Вот.
Asking for a cigarette, but one cane, two cane,
Правда, темновато. В сторонку как-то разойдитесь.
3 canes, 4
Просил
canes,
ребят на улице. Вот
crutches.
ребята у нас стоят с костылями, с тросточками. В том числе и я. Лица,
Oh,
конечно,
another
плохо
cane.
видно, что-
Guy on crutches back there.
Да, идем.
Категория D отправляют всех.
Another guy on a crutch.
Слепых инвалидов, бля.
Вот.
Идет уничтожение.
Да.
So 3
Просто
guys in the
нас
were there on the crutches. Oh, there's another guy with crutches
устроили.
over there.
Вот. Вот, получаем обмундирование перед дорогой. Вот.
Another guy with a
Отправляют.
cane.
Всё. Вот.
Wait, is that a 4th guy with crutches? And a cast still on his leg. Folks, let me introduce you to the number 2 army. And I don't mean second, I mean number
В общем,
2
собирают нас.
army.
Вот мы
Like,
находимся в этом
you know, if you gotta
помещении.
take a leak, I gotta go number
Собираем.
1.
Вот.
This is number 2.
То с тросточками. Правда, темновато. В сторонку как-то разойдитесь. Да. Просил ребят на улице. Вот ребята у нас стоят с костылями, с тросточками.
ADA compliant unit. That's what Russia's sending to fight in Ukraine. And unfortunately, yes, while Ukraine's dealing with these guys on crutches, the able-bodied trained fighters are targeting the Ukrainians. Terra unit. Sure you guys know about these if you are here on YouTube. Know about these guys. Aero Reconnaissance of the Terra Brigade published a large video of the destruction of enemy armored vehicles, a building with a mortar and a mortar system. If you don't want to watch the intro, skip to 225 or 125.
На позиції. Бачите, це досить важко демілітаризувати танк за одне влучання. Проте цей випадок саме такий. Техніка тільки заїхала на вогневу позицію. Про це свідчать свіжі сліди від траків на снігу. Екіпаж Project Spike заходить з тилу. Пілот вицілює двигун, аби знерухомити ціль. На підльоті помічає підвісний бак для пального, що знаходиться позаду танку. Влучання. Один хід, один фраг, один знищений танк окупантів.
Повністю згорів. Ну і це танк там дуло, все це.
Красава, красава.
Да.
От там підери забігають в хату, їх дуже дохуя. Давайте знищимо хату.
Може десь вибух.
За даними розвідки, у цій будівлі відбувається накопичення піхоти противника. Екіпаж Terra Overhead 3-ї окремої штурмової бригади підбирає ключі від цього вікна у вигляді фугасного боєприпасу. Тепер, коли вікно настіж відкрито, ніщо не заважає знищити це укріплення разом з противником усередині. Пілот ретельно прицілюється, адже треба попасти точно в ціль. Якщо по дрону не ведеться вогонь ворожої стрілецької зброї, то у такій ситуації варто не поспішати. Хірургічне влучання. Вибух. Укриття злітає в повітря. Судячи з усього, окрім особового складу ворога, про який доповідала розвідка, там ще й знаходився склад з боєприпасами. БМП противника везла піхоту на штурм. Її підбили союзники. Екіпаж та десант частково демілітаризовані від влучання дрона. Частина змогла розбігтися. Розрахунок Project Spike допрацьовує техніку. І її потрібно знищити до кінця. Влучання. Дим розвіюється. І ми бачимо, що техніка пошкоджена, але не знищена. Ми знаємо, що боєзапас у БМП повний, оскільки вона їхала на
Am I missing chat because of I'm
Повторне
Top chat
влучання.
instead of live
І на
chat
кінець
again.
бажаного результату досягнуто. Детонація боєкомплекту. Як співають русські, плавилась броня, захлібнувся автомат. Під час дорозвідки чітко спостерігаємо. Бойова машина перетворилася на купу.
Looks like a lot of these
Відмінна робота
videos they're
екіпажу
showing as ones we've seen before.
Бронемашина противника зайняла вогневу позицію. Її задача прикрити штурмовиків вогнем. Проте не так сталося, як гадалося.
Yeah, there's
Розрахунок
the
Slayer
Book.
батальйону безпілотних систем 3-ї окремої штурмової бригади заходить на ураження. Ми
Josh
поки не
Shapiro,
знаємо, що це за тип
not
бойової
the other
машини.
Shapiro
Тому для
that
перестраховки
was like
дронова
loving Trump,
ПК
even though he
влучає
doesn't
у
live here.
найменш броньовану частину будь-якої бронетехніки. Згори. Влучання в ціль. Здається, екіпаж противника агарчився. Противник не думав, що наша авіарозвідка постійно за ними спостерігає і не очікував, що розрахунок FPV-дронів нанесе удар прямо після їхньої зупинки. Екіпаж втік до посадки, і їм нічого не залишається.
Alright,
Тільки
I'm gonna skip
спостерігати,
the rest of
як
this because a lot of this is
бронетехніка поступає.
repeats of what we've already seen in the past. And more baked beans for Russia, please. In the Russian city, no, the last name's Luda, not Mensiski. Anyways, in one Russian city, a gas explosion in one of the houses decided to occur in the evening. 5 firefighters were injured and another 35 evacuated from the building. This is like the 6th or 7th instance of a home in Russia blowing up because of gas lines. So, yeah, send more. Oh, Governor Shapiro. Okay, I was thinking of Ben Shapiro for some reason. I'm so glad I don't live in Russia for many reasons, but one of them is I have green grass and they still have piles of snow. Oh, update from Madhyar. I think I have this linked later. We'll come back to that one. In Orenburg, there was an explosion and fire in the city of, well, that Russian city. Part of the city was left without electricity. Russia says that the explosion was not related to a UAV attack. So maybe Ukraine doesn't need to send UAVs at Russia. They're blowing themselves up. And we get to today. I have been dreading getting to this point. 55 UAVs were launched, 43 shot down, 12 failed to reach their targets, electronic warfare or other means. No UAVs got through this morning. Unfortunately, well, we get to see the first reports of Sumy this morning. That's the moment of the double tap.
Ворог ударив 2 балістичними ракетами по центру міста Суми. Зараз проводяться ліквідаційні аварійні роботи, надається допомога пораненим. В цей час знаходилось дуже багато людей на вулиці. Ворог розраховував досягти найбільше нанесення ураження людям по місту Суми. Наразі зараз надається допомога постраждалим. Всі служби працюють на місці події.
I'm sure you guys have seen all the bus videos or mentions of the bus, but at this point, there was only 20 known deaths in Sumi. That report has reached 34 and 117 wounded. The reason I wanted to point out this bus was because I wanted to come down here, and we'll go back up. This bus. And this 13-year-old kid. Why is it important? In Sumi, 13-year-old Kirilo climbed out of a burning bus after the Russian missile strike and helped others escape. The guy got out of the burning vehicle through a broken window and helped other passengers escape from the bus. The acting mayor of Sumi said Kirilo was injured. 3 fragments hit his head. Doctors have already managed to remove one of the wounds of the shrapnel. The boy is currently under medical supervision. Despite his injuries, sitting there saving lives of other people hit in that bus. Yeah, true Ukrainian hero. Oh, you tell me, you think this is a war crime? Okay, I can't show the rest of that. I've seen the rest of that. Skip that photo too. Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to rescuers because as you see everybody else running away from the danger, it's the firefighters, the ambulance drivers, and the paramedics that are running towards it. And unfortunately, well, firefighters, paramedics, rescuers, and there's the double tap. Now, I hope they don't fix most of this. I mean, this obviously will have to get repaired. But where it's not structural damage, just cosmetic, I hope they don't fix it and leave it like that for years so nobody can forget what Russia is doing. Oh, who was it that said the cope? Adam Rounds. Look at the cope on those tanks, right? Well, here's something that might impress you even more. Oh, I can't make it larger. Okay, there we go. Russian cope at its finest. Yes, Russia is building cope cages around every single one of their oil storage facilities. Drone jamming stations, cope cages, and with the lower oil price, this is basically making Russia break even on their oil. I love it. A sweep by the Special Forces Reconnaissance Unit. I believe this is Tokmak, but I'm not sure. Well, let me translate so it's easier to look through. Tourette's direction, sorry. Oh, YouTube link. Well, if you want to watch this one, you're going to have to go to the YouTube channel and watch it on there. Russian POV showing off a Ukrainian strike on a UAZ. Oops, there goes another Russian vehicle. I don't know why I have the Oops, There Goes a Rubber Tree Plant song stuck in my head today. 155th Separate Mechanized Brigade drops retaliatory shells from night bombers. The vampire drones.
волонтерами за Суму. Слава Україні! Героям слава!
Доброго вечора, ми з України.
Oh, you guys aren't very chatty today for a Sunday. Yeah, I understand why. I do. It's not been a good news day, but this was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so about 8 hours ago. Strikes on Odessa.
И чё, ебать? Ну заебись. Давай, давай.
Again, I hate Oh, come on, get over there. You know, I'm just going to make this full screen. I hate videos with this in the background. You can't, there's so, or the watermarks. There's so much you just can't see, and you can't really figure out what's going on. Odessa is being attacked by Shaheeds. Several explosions were heard in the city. Cars are burning in the middle of the road in the city as a result of the attack. Well,
И чё, ебать? Ну заебись. Давай.
so that is Shaheeds hitting Odessa. Well, nighttime for them. Now, 13-year-old hero. And I gotta play this one again. Hey, Andy Darkstar, good to see you. Already talked about that. Lavrov, you know, was on camera, was it yesterday or Friday? We are not interested in territories. We are worried about the people who live on these lands. Kivri, Sumy, Odessa, Dnipro. They're not attacking the land or the territory. They're attacking the people. But they're worried about the people. And again, Russians cannot hold a freaking camera straight. Okay, I gotta fix that now. This is the Saratov airport again today. See, this one goes this way. And then, oh. Yeah. How can you tell when a Russian politician is lying? The Defense Forces recaptured part of Kotolny near Pokrovsk. Fighters of the 152nd Jaeger Brigade, together with other units, recapture part of Kotolny. They also captured several occupiers in this part of the settlement. I know this happened a while ago, but oh, dear Pat, I know how that goes. I have to wait till it's deposited and then pay my bills out of it to know how much I have left. You have to remember, Russia is pretty much an entire country that's suffering from fetal alcohol syndrome. Future Crutch Warriors, once they're exchanged for Ukrainian prisoners. Electrical substation about a kilometer from a thermal power plant in Russia caught fire tonight. Again, no details have been released from Russia about it, but the area is without power. The 35th Special Forces Brigade destroys enemy equipment and manpower trying to break through south of Zaporizhia. Again, this is going to be an area we're going to have to watch in the coming days. Yeah. Yeah, Ukraine's already seeing the buildup of reserves in Zaporizhia. Oh, we already saw this video yesterday. Yeah, so this was going on Friday. I'm gonna skip past that one. Dennis showed horrific footage of the evacuation from Pokrovsk, a city that Russia continues to try to wipe off the map. This time, together with the police, volunteers managed to rescue 8 civilians in 2 rounds. as well as a cat, dog, parrot, and pigeons.
Такі могилки зараз роблять в місто Покровськ. Они вот здесь сидели на лавочке, да?
Да. Одну откопали и отправили в больницу. Одну долго, а что второй день.
Двох вони сиділи. Був прильот. Одну вдалося врятувати, інша, от, бачите, назавжди залишилася в своєму дворі. Забираємо зараз людей. Сьогодні 5 квітня, Покровськ. Люди ще
April 5th, 8 days ago.
Слушай, голубей я еще не вывозил. Здрасте, приятно. Так, все, эту дверь я закрываю, мы ее больше не будем трогать. Вот, давайте. И деда вашего сейчас найдем. Все, давай, Барбосик, потерпи. Там воздух, если что, есть, да, нормально, все. Давайте, с Богом, ребята. Выехала из Покровска. Красавчики. Ёб твою мать. Ёб твою. Там не надо, они вам сейчас тут, бляха. Ну что ж, давайте выйдем. Если мы сейчас вовремя не выйдем, другие документы надо будет искать, блядь.
Ничего не кричите, это нормальная реакция кошки. Ну конечно.
Блядь. Пидоры, блядь, дальше вас бьют по нам нахуй. Это дрон, скорее всего?
Yeah. Trying to evacuate civilians and they're attacking the vehicle.
Давайте, удачи.
Speedy bird!
Ну це вже традиція, да? З попугайчиками. Да. Виїжджаємо, зараз нас...
Well, at least the cat and the bird weren't in the same evacuation group. Oh, I guess they are in the same group.
Це в нас другий заїзд сьогодні в місто Покровськ. Перший заїзд було 5 цивільних вивезли. Все, бачу, хорошо, виїхали, слава Богу.
Тогда позвоните родичам.
Still trying to get people to safer areas. Oh, I played that one already. I thought about ending the stream on this video. And then I saw the AAR video. So yeah, I did list it again. So what would you rather see? What would you folks rather watch first? An uplifting video or AAR? But he did be a putty tat. Let's get everybody in a good mood before AAR. So.
Це надзвичайно романтична історія про двох закоханих людей, які опинилися максимально далеко один від одного.
Мене звати Роман, я є лікар-анестезіолог в стабілізаційному пункті. Мою дружину звати Іванна.
Де вона зараз?
Вона зараз знаходиться в Антарктиді на станції академіка Вернадського.
Працювати там означає не мати змогу приїхати, навіть якщо з рідною людиною щось станеться на війні. І вони, каже Роман, це усвідомлювали. Але Антарктика була їхньою спільною мрією, тому він сам запропонував своїй Іванці подати заявку в експедицію.
Подаються в Антарктиду. Хочеш спробувати? Кажу, ну давай спробуй. Вона в останній день подає документи і проходить. І для нас це було неочікувано.
Він не лише радів, що дружина якийсь час буде у безпеці, але й страшенно пишався своєю Іванкою.
Буде в старості. Що згадати, внукам розповісти.
Котрбаш Іванна, я є лікаркою 29-ї української антарктичної експедиції.
Іванка і Роман вчилися в одній групі в медуніверситеті. Вони обожнюють подорожувати, але в найдовшу подорож у житті Іванка поїхала без свого коханого. В Донеччині анестезіолог Роман з 2021 року. Іванка часто приїжджала до нього. Тоді донецькі прифронтові містечка, що були такими затишними.
Yeah, he's a medic in the army and she's a doctor in
А вже
Antarctica.
коли була в експедиції, дізналася, лікарню, в якій її Роман працював, росіяни розбили авіабомбами. Всі лікарі дивом встигли виїхати. Іванка раніше розповіла нам, там в Антарктиці вона мріяла, як вийде з автобуса, стрибне до свого Ромчика і він кружитиме її на руках.
And They don't give us the money shot at the end. Aw. But not all the news. And that's a great story. Her returning to Ukraine from the Antarctic, doing scientific work down there while her husband saves lives on the front. And for the last video of the day, we get 8 minutes and 2 seconds of Madiar. Come on. I know you're going to say it today. You gotta say it today.
Хробак бігучий, повзучий, лежачий чи навіть висячий, але дригаючий останнім нервом у камвусі, що ступив на землю українську, має усвідомлювати, квиток у нього з наближеною до абсолютної ймовірності у одну сторону. One-way ticket, хробачо. One-way ticket. Нема шбачий. Трійко паразитірен. По кутяпкам дістали, попозераємо, розвідка боєм, ковсесе. Течуть, мотаються, то вже зайве уєбішти. Контролюрен, єден другий, баулами лежать. Ну, та й третій. Триптіх склався. Цих ми поганяли, закінчаться втомленими. Недобрий вечір. Зовні?
Добрий вечір.
Розвидніться, повернемося, поки другий доки не ушкрепав у шльопок.
Oh, look, a Russian's making a nest. Must feel right at home in all the filth
Очима
and
пілота
garbage.
FPV птахів мадяра. Чпок. Зовні то було так. Пара, сука. Підглянемо. Добродошлі. Тепер за кутиком. Не боре, фуй-фуй, фарш машин. Трибало тобі того, чорте. Наступний сховався у бударі людському. Ну та й... Тугомаш, мазафака! Розвідка виявила. Арт-об'єкт. Тіпок у рамці. Картина маслом. Наступні двоє у шалашові.
Oh, Ulysses already on the toilet.
Завітаємо, звісно. Чага! Що тут так гепнуло? Що там таке у кружечках? Поглянемо ближче. Ви пам'ятаєте, що дітям дивитися серіал «13 обликів» не дозволено. Але
Yeah, a lot of
зрештою
these
то ваш
I'm
вибір.
gonna have to skip over. I didn't watch this beforehand.
От за такий стан відпрацьованого матеріалу 15 положених лямів ніхто не дасть. Наступний теж бігав. Оп. Але був недостатньо спритний.
Ooh, bang, boom, pow, right in the kisser.
Прикурює. Що ми там виглядаємо? Нич нема. Толимся так видить. Андика у кутові хробачело примостився. Схованки, сука, собі придумав. Но.
High-tech hide and seek basically is what this video is turning
На
out to be.
піздюль. Розвідка. Піськам до ґрунта, дупай до гори. Нічого так по хлібчик сходив. Далі у нас хробак, дрон поряд, похер. Постскриптум. Даремно окуня врубав. Земля теперка ще холодна.
Should have stayed home.
То класичний штурмовий мандрівник. Був! Лагідне тепло розійшлося по голові і далі. Буде моторошна картинка. Фредді Крюгер на мінімалках.
Фредді Крюгер.
Бас-гітара. Далі будуть поліекрани, тому що обіцяв показати 1000 йобликів квітня. Вийшло 1073, маленько прорахувавимося, але думаю, вас та похибка не засмутить. Дивіться уважно, 1073 відпрацьованих хробака за наступні 4 хвилини. То все з 1 по 12 квітня. А я вам поки розкажу цікаву статистику. Птахи Мадяра закрили березень на відмітці 1701 йоблик серед 5334 уражених, знищених за місяць хробачих цілей. Цей показник хоч і складає, згідно офіційної верифікаційної програми Мінцифри, кожного 10-го відспіваного чи покуйовдженого дронами хробака протягом березня, але, на наш погляд, не відповідає поточній потребі підтримки темпу утилізації. Тому, нарощуючи боєздатність, основним пріоритетом 414-ї окремої бригади птахів Мадяра у квітні і далі є вихід на промисловий рівень детоксикації. І якщо у березні відсоток саме йобликів становив 31% від усіх знищених чи уражених птахами Мадяра ворожих цілей, то уже за 12 днів квітня пілоти бригади переорієнтувалися і додали газу. 1073 особини з 2635 знищених, уражених протягом 12 діб квітня ворожих цілей склали саме хробачі штурмовики. Це 41% від загального об'єму. І це файно. Дякую за титанічну працю та героїчну боротьбу кожного одного птаха великої 414-ї команди. Честь маю служити з вами, українському народу. А попереду роботи овер до хуя, м'яко кажучи. Тримаймо темп, побратими та посестри. Пишаюся вами. По дрону у кожну хробачу макітру, очі та жало, хробачий жах. Статистика та аналіз є невід'ємними частинами бойового управління. І ми рахуємо все дотошно. Тож надам вам ексклюзивну цифру вартості хробака протягом березня. 35% з котрих було відспівано дронами FPV, 65% нічними бомберами. Так ось, роблячи нескладний розрахунок відносно вартості засобу, кількості бойових вильотів, кількості відпрацювань, кількості успішних уражень, відносно життєвого циклу, ми вираховуємо кінцеву вартість ураженої цілі. У березні хробак коштував $152 Сполучених Штатів Америки. Вот столько ты стоишь, хробачелла, блядь. Подумай в следующий раз, стоит тебе лезть на нашу землю, либо нет. Хотя, очевидно, ви не успокоїтесь. Всім притомним, тихої та спокійної, очі та жало, хробачий жах.
Oh, I did not pause it in time.
Нет.
Now it's going to buffer. There we go. 1,073 casualties. And remember what I was saying before about the killed to wounded ratio? Almost double the killed versus the wounded. Let me go grab that again. 932,670. Almost probably 600,000 killed with 300,000 wounded. that is Russia. Basically sacrificing everybody they don't like. The second-class Russians. For land, for minerals, so they can steal more money from the people. It wasn't enough stealing from Russians. Now they're trying to steal from Ukrainians. Kharkiv, Poltava, Sumy still under air alert. And let's get an update. 6,890 euros and 94. So 6,891 might as well say. 151 donations. So I think we did Chungus proud on his birthday. Steve Sane, Adam Rounds, Mitch Ashdown on the stream, Linda Hayes, happy birthday, Chungus. Maddie, Julie, Chris Veitz. Thank you all for supporting the fundraiser. Making Chungus's birthday wish come true. Thank you all, everybody here. 151 names. Well, and a few anonymouses. So much so that you guys kicked me off the thing. So, I have to borrow from my relatives so I can make another donation to be on my own board. Awesome results. I cannot say thank you enough. I am so grateful to have such an amazing group of people watching me. This wouldn't exist without you. So go to the main campaign and take a quick look. So in a strong 5th position, Rick's slowly working his way up. I hope we can get this all put together and get this fundraiser done within the next week. Oh, a small update. Yesterday I got my jar of escargot and I had to return it. Yes, Walmart sent me a past expiration date can of escargot. I don't mind trying new things or hot things, spicy things, sour things, but it at least has to be within the expiration date. And enough teasing. You guys have all probably looked at this and stared at this all stream long. Yes, I was looking at apartments in Kyiv. This is the park I went to a lot when I was in Kyiv. And I noticed this new listing pop up. And I've been eyeing it and eyeing it and eyeing it. This is the apartment. So, like, it needs new wallpaper. Oh, darn. It needs a little work, but the floors look amazing. It's just like wallpaper. You know, they did a drop-down ceiling. Yeah. Again, the wallpapers wasn't very well done. But look at that floor. Awesome wood floor. Now, this is the standard old style flooring, but it's still in very, very good shape. Unfortunately, this is the kitchen. I'd have to put some work into the kitchen, but that doesn't scare me. Oh. See, I mentioned the escargot and my stomach gets upset. That's not a huge deal. It's not a deal breaker for me. Kitchens are easy to do. Everybody's scared of them because they can cost so much. But you know, the cabinets look decent. It would just be a matter of pulling the cabinets out, and I'd put a tile floor in rather than linoleum roll-out mat. Put the cabinets back in, get a stove in there, and you're all set. The entryway is kind of interesting. I'm not sure if that's carpet or what. But coat rack. You know, I'd have to get like something to put shoes on here, and that would have to go. That's like right straight out of the 70s. I could deal with an orange bathroom. I like the tile. You know, clean the grout, redo the, you know, just clean it. You know, new shower curtain. The rod's still there. The hangers are still there. You know, I like it. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about like having, you know, the Walmart curbside pickup. It's a little scary sometimes. You know, eventually I'd update the furniture and stuff. But everything looks usable. You know, it isn't so crowded. I just wish they had a better picture of the balcony. I don't think any of these pictures show the balcony. You know, other than, you know, right, you can kind of sort of see it in the reflection of the TV. But, you know, 45, not bad for an apartment in Kyiv. Second floor out of the 5th floor. You know, 45 square meters for the total area. Living room's 28.5. And 5 square meters is the kitchen. That's the only thing I'm not really a fan of, is the panel walls instead of brick. What they mean by panel walls, Well, here, let me go show you the neighborhood, because I know the neighborhood. Because that's the building right there. See if I can sneak over just a hair. Nope. So the building's like right here, but you can see this is the same kind of thing. And it's just like a cement panel, you know, concrete frame, slide in the cement panel, go up to the next floor. Not the greatest thing for, you know, with missiles raining down. But look at that. This whole street just covered with flowers. You see all the cherry tree blossoms dropping off on the ground. Yeah, this is from May of 2015, but I've walked right through here before. And go down to the crosswalk here. Oh, not this crosswalk. Oh, the crosswalk's not painted here. Oh, so that's when they were doing the work. Okay. This area has changed. All along here, there's like little picnic areas and like grills and stuff along here. And this was like my regular path to go down this road. And unfortunately, this area was hit by a Russian missile earlier in the war. So, like, most of these trees are all gone. And what Ukraine did was put in a BMX park here for the kids. And let me back that. No. Other way. Back that up a bit. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me get some. So yeah, this is all like BMX park right here. You see them building that building right here. Again, May 2015. And again, this is all changed. This is where it was all damaged by the strike. But that's this park right here. You can see some of the changes here. A new basketball court's been put in. And this is all a BMX park now. So this is some of what's there now. So sorry about the tilt. So why change, you know, if Russia's going to destroy parks, build it back better. Hey, Golby. So yeah, this is my park. And that would be the building right there. You know, right there's where I got my massages. So I mean that's almost like the perfect spot for me. my park, my massage therapist, my favorite restaurant. Now it's just a matter of, eh, it'd be nice. Just daydreaming. Anyways, hope you enjoyed me daydreaming just a little bit. If I get in shape, sure. Yes, brick is so much better. But I mean, for the conveniences of being right here by the massage therapist at the park I like to go to, nearby neighbors that I know, you know, there's an ATB right here. So literally, you know, 2-minute walk and I'm at the ATB. Just down the street from one of the restaurants I love to go to. And if this ATB doesn't have something good, there's another ATB here and another one over here. You know, one of my other favorite restaurants, the Georgian place, is right here. David restaurant. Of course, National Aviation University's right here. So, I mean, that's literally a hop, skip, and a jump away. And I really like going here and hanging out. Because part of learning how to fly in Ukraine is learning how to speak English, because, well, that's... So there's tons of people here trying to learn English and practice English, and it gets around that you speak English, you're a native English speaker, and you get really popular. No, BB will be back before I leave, and there is a distinct possibility she will be actually flying with me when I go back to Ukraine next time. She's asked me to help her bring a dog over to Ukraine, a service dog. So yeah, I feel a little bad like booking my flight and just, you know, but I need to look out for me a little bit on that, because if I keep waiting for other people, it might not happen. So definitely I am going, and the enemy struck with guided aerial bombs and MLRS in Steporozhsk, Zaporizhia. As a result of the strikes, power supply was cut off and a fire broke out in a 9-story building. No injuries, thankfully. Odessa tonight. You know, these images are just coming in. The enemy struck a civilian enterprise in Kharkiv. Fire broke out on the site. Food warehouses were set on fire. So that's the warehouses that are on fire in Kharkiv. No casualties reported so far. Gas station in Zaporizhia caught fire because of a drone strike. The fire has now been put out, but whew. Yeah, this is Russia every night. Air alert declared in Kyiv and a number of regions due to ballistic missile threat. 7:48 a.m. Everybody's just heading out, getting ready and heading to work. When everybody's away from shelters, away from home, that's when Russians are striking, trying to cause as many civilian casualties as possible. Night, KK. So yeah, it's gonna be one or the other. I'm gonna end up in an apartment like this one, or I'll end up in my little village. Well, maybe not this village if the house gets sold, but or I'll end up here, one of the two. Go out here and watch a soccer game and with the cows. Apparently cows love soccer. I never knew that. Show you another one from this area. And it shows you how much the water level's gone down. Irrigation ditches and such. Nice little farming community like where I'm at now. And it's only about an hour outside of Kyiv. So I could still run into town if I needed to. But when I'm there, I'll have to ask to see if I can get like a loan or something. And if I can get a loan, that opens up a lot of opportunities. So yeah, the giant giraffe out front of Kyiv Zoo. I didn't see the bears because they were still hibernating when I was there. I saw the lions. I saw the tigers, but not the bears. Oh my. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I saw the elephant in his enclosure. There's what I was trying to find. The buffalo statue out front of the zoo. The image I use on PayPal for the Give Again Ukraine site is a picture of me sitting right about there. A selfie, but yeah, beautiful zoo. Definitely worth a trip or even two, because you won't be able to see it all in one unless you spend like 12 hours there. Amazing zoo, and I even bought a souvenir attached to my bag. There he is again in the new location. So yeah, the giraffe's over here, and I'm, right there. So this is before, March of 2014. They completely redid the front entrance. So this is what it looked like before. And this is after the remodel. Well, Kiev's a very beautiful place, and they're making it more beautiful while Russia's trying to destroy them. Yay. On that note, it is almost midnight. I have classes with 2 students tomorrow. So I am going to call it a night and say thank you everybody for coming to the stream. Do one last quick update. We have made it up to 6,899.76 euros. That means a new donation has come in. Free Defenders Return Children from Anonymous. Fitting that the Anonymous makes a donation while we're talking and looking at the zoo. Again, thank you all for coming to the stream. Thank you for hitting the like and the share button and subscribing. But most importantly, thank you for supporting Ukraine. It is I don't know how to say this. I wish I was more articulate in my wording to express how grateful I am for your support of Ukraine. No, not anonymous. Anonymous. A moose. No, not mouse. Moose. On that note, have a good night. Stay safe, everybody. And I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, Vlad, thanks for coming in, man. I'm gonna be. Oh, I need to show you guys that again. Just so the bonus content at the end of the stream. I'm gonna be rich, baby, rich. The only Black Eyed Peas song I really know off the cusp at all, but I love my beehive backpack and my bee shooting minigun. Again, good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.